Good afternoon. It is episode 65 of Three Things with Ian. It is March 6th, and the sun is once again shining. On today's episode, we got a jam-packed agenda. I'm going to tell you what we get wrong when we talk about comparing Alex Ovechkin and Wayne Gretzky. We're going to talk about bacon versus sausage. I'll give you my opinions on which of the delightful treats I most enjoy. And lastly, we're going to talk about The Amazing Race, season 37, 38, something like that. I will get my notes up shortly. Premiered last night. Is The Amazing Race a good show? Let's debate. All right, so let's jump in. Alexander Ovechkin, Ovi for short, and Wayne Gretzky, the great one. So I am going to say that we are getting... All right, so let's back up a little bit. The comparison between Wayne Gretzky and Alex Ovechkin is heating up because Ovechkin scored career goal 885 last night in Washington's overtime win, which puts him just 9 short of tying Wayne Gretzky's all-time record of 894 goals. So we've known for about 3 years now that Ovechkin is going to surpass Gretzky's all-time scoring goal record, which has stood the test of time for decades, right? According to advanced metrics, he has a 52% chance to score 10 or more goals in the last 20 games of the season. The Caps have been phenomenal this year, too. So kind of lost in the shuffle is that the Washington Capitals are tied for the NHL lead in points with 88. But here's what we get wrong when we talk about these two players. The goals record is what we're talking about right now. Ovechkin will have more goals than Gretzky. But it's important to consider this. And this is a wild stat. Gretzky holds numerous NHL records, many of which are virtually unbreakable, save the one we mentioned. He has 1,963, so he is just shy of 2,000 career assists. He has 2,857 career points. That's your goals and assists added together. His assist record is so significant that take away the goals completely, he is still the NHL's all-time points record scorer without scoring a single goal. That's ridiculous. There is no other major sport where we can talk about greatness and we can remove, like LeBron James has 50,000 career points. If you remove those career points and just talk about assists and rebounds and block shots, we can't have a debate. With Wayne, the great Gretzky, the great one, if you remove every goal he scored and just his assists and helping his teammates get better, he still has the most career points. That's incredible. He's the only person to surpass 200 points in a season. He did that 4 times. So his dominance, Gretzky's dominance during his era, he so consistently outperformed his peers by such a large, significant margin. Whereas Ovechkin is not even the best player playing hockey right now. You have Connor Bedard, you have Connor McDavid from the Oilers. Gretzky also won 9 MVP awards. That is remarkable. We talk about Aaron Rodgers with 4 MVP awards in football. We talk about LeBron James. He has less than 9, I'll tell you that much. So does Michael Jordan. Gretzky just maintained this high level, this ridiculous level, this longevity, consistency for so long. It's not a good debate. Ovechkin will go down as the greatest goal scorer, but at what expense? I don't know how much Ovechkin makes everyone around him better, and that is the mark of true greatness. That is why I have argued that LeBron is better than Jordan, because he elevates his peers with his playmaking ability, his shot selection, where Jordan was kind of a bully on the court. He wanted the ball, he got the ball, he scored a lot. So I think what we get wrong about Ovechkin versus Gretzky is that it's not really a debate. Ovechkin will end his career. He will be a Hall of Famer. You can call him the greatest goal scorer. I might not still, but the overall impact on the game and the sport, Wayne Gretzky is the guy. He far surpasses any other hockey player. So that's probably only the second time I talked about hockey on this show. I think we talked about the 4 nations, but I just wanted to just really talk about what we're getting wrong when we talk about Gretzky v. Ovechkin. Okay. Sausage versus bacon. Wow. Okay, so here's my opinion. When we talk about food greatness, if you could have the most perfect piece of bacon versus the most perfect sausage, Link or patty. I'm gonna go Link here because they're better than patties. because of that casing and that pop and that juice. If I could have my choice, I would choose a perfect piece of bacon. Now that's difficult because bacon sometimes is not cooked properly. It's too fatty. It's just not, it doesn't have the waves and the ridges and has that crunch. But I think bacon, if done correctly, if you have a good cut of bacon and you grill it and you grit it, it sizzles and pops and it cooks. I think it's better than sausage. Now, if I'm ordering an omelet with toast and I can choose one meat, though, I sometimes like the sausage. It's the sausage link, just because I think it balances better. It's got a different mouthfeel than the egg and the toast. It's got a different flavor profile, and I enjoy it more. But if I had to choose, if someone said you can only have one tomorrow morning, just one of the two proteins, I think I'm gonna go bacon. Bacon is not as filling, I feel like, as sausage, so that's a consideration. Sausage, you might have different meat consistencies and different kind of conglomerations of flavors, and is it a turkey link? Whereas bacon's gotta be pig. It's gotta be. There's bacon alternatives. They just don't hold up very well. I don't know if you do a general poll, bacon versus sausage. I don't really know what wins out. They're both phenomenal. They're both terrible for me. One additional thing to consider about bacon is when I'm cooking it on the griddle, I like to keep some of that bacon drippings and that bacon fat. And then when I cook a fried egg or something, or even toast, I'll put a little on when it's got that sizzly temperature, and I like to cook with it. And bacon, sausage, you don't really have that. In terms of a breakfast sandwich, obviously the sausage patty, I think, works better. It's got that circular shape. It stacks nicer between the croissant or the McMuffin kind of thing. Kind of lost the word there. But I don't know. What's your opinion on bacon versus sausage? I think both are delicious. I think that it's hard to have a clear winner. I think that sometimes with different combinations of food or different ways of plating it or different combinations of food, I think it's a different consideration. But if someone's going to say, I'm going to give you the perfect piece of one of these two foods for that, and it's like a moosh boosh, it's a one bite deal, I'm going to go with bacon. Love to hear your thoughts on that topic. All right, last topic for the day. I have been... over the last 5 or 6 years, I have watched The Amazing Race. I think it's a good show to watch with other people. It's a good table talk show. It's fun to sort of speak it into existence during the episode. All the different turmoil and when they cannot drive a stick shift and when they can't read a map. It's fun to argue with the television and yell at them saying, why can't you just read a damn map? My argument about The Amazing Race is it's a fine reality TV show, but it's a lousy travel show, right? If you're looking for a true blend of travel and adventure, I don't think Amazing Race holds up very well. You do see Chile, you do see Senegal, they will go to Lithuania, they will travel the globe, and they will show you those drone shots of the harbors and the temples and the monuments, and they will give you a little bit of that little flavor of what the place is. But it's not like you're really getting a sense of the culture and the food and the language. A Rick Stevens, a PBS program. There's a couple other people who have done really good travel shows. I think those are more enjoyable if you want that travel show. I think The Amazing Race owes its longevity to the fact that it's got interesting challenges. They usually have attractive teams, sometimes literally. They have the ex-NFL players or the Cowboys cheerleaders. They're very particular about what teams they're gonna get on there. You get a little cultural exposure, but really the entertainment value is seeing people struggle and then overcome those struggles, whether it's climbing those 99 sets of stairs in the heat, whether it's the mom and son, whether it's the two best friends, whether it's the dating couple. Those team dynamics are fun. And it's been it's one of the longest running shows of all time. And so just for that, I can't really crap on the show too much because it's been going on forever. And if the numbers weren't there, and if it was objectively a terrible show, you would think it would have gone the way of the dodo. But for me, I think it's a good show. I'm just really leery of it in any conversation about being a travel show because you're getting a very not Americanized or artificial or superficial, but it's very it's low depth. It's very ephemeral. You're not getting to see and hear the actual people of that culture and kind of hear there's no story being told. It's just visuals and then the challenges. Yeah, you might go to a farmer's market and they might have to learn and categorize 20 different versions of vintage mustards, which wasn't actually a challenge. I do think the show lately, for my Amazing Race heads out there, it does stem to too much of the physical challenges. And I do like the intellectual challenges where, you have to put different flags in order of which countries you went to, or you have to learn a bit of the language. I do like the dance stuff. Usually there's sort of a dance or a physical challenge where you see someone do a traditional cultural dance and then you have to mimic it. I do think those can be fun. It's a good show to watch with people. I could never watch this show by myself because it's fun to talk it out. So anyway, those are my 3 topics today. Bacon versus sausage. I really, 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 really can't wait to hear what you guys think about that. So please, please, please comment. What we get wrong with the Gretzky-Ovechkin debate on who's the greatest. It's not a debate. Gretzky by a mile. And then we talked about, is The Amazing Race a good show? It's a fine show, but it's not a travel show. It's a reality TV show about team dynamics and about not being friends and not making alliances. Okay, that's it for today. Comment, like, subscribe, smash that like button. You know the drill. I will see you guys tomorrow.